Yeah, and you thought it was hard to get into the top 1%? Try getting in the bottom 1%. That's right, baby. I'm in the 1%. But in all seriousness, this boss battle is absolutely stupid. I am not going to be doing it. This is not enjoyable. I don't find it to be fun. And especially now that they've reduced the rewards you get for clearing, then you're going to have to grind it a ton. And honestly, I play this game to have fun. And I'm just not having fun. The boss was absolutely preposterous. I mean, he got a turn 2 ultimate and nearly one-shot my Bond. The only reason he doesn't one-shot is because it's on the lowest difficulty possible. So there was zero chance that I was getting to the highest. If I didn't have that ability to drop his ultimate there, then I would have been one-shot. The only tactic that I found slightly useful was to use... right, you could see it right there, where I used Harmiel to throttle his gauge at just 1 beneath, so that when he uses his buff, it takes him up to full and it strips the buff off of him, and then I'm able to reduce the damage that way. And then survive by just mitigating damage and trying to do damage where I could. So yeah, I know there's a better strategy out there, but I don't have those heroes. I don't have them built up. My Goddess Liz isn't God tier, and I don't even have a green demon Meliodas. I skipped that banner because there wasn't really anyone good on it. And there's just too much ridiculousness with this. I mean, ultimate gauge depletion, massive damage, constant buffing, and just way too many RNG elements to it if you try and use the meta strategy that's suggested by the whales. And honestly, if you're not a whale, that strategy is not going to work for you. I tried a bunch of different teams and got clapped, and I barely cleared this time. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to say I'm done. It took me 5 runs to clear it one time on the lowest difficulty, and I got 13 coins. It's just not worth my time or the stamina. It took me 8 minutes, or like 10, yeah, between 8 and 10 minutes to clear this run. And I'm not going to spend 8 to 10 minutes, 5 times 40 minutes. Yeah, it took me roughly about an hour to put this all together to get 13 coins. Sorry, but that's not a good exchange. So Netmarble needs to do something here, because most of the player base can't clear this. So they either need to change the boss or mess with the difficulties a little, even if you turn down the difficulty of the regular boss, right? Like the low-level boss, so that there's still the challenge for the whales, so they can still feel better about having spent an egregious amount of their money on a video game. But for the casual players, for Dolphins, for free-to-play especially, this is just not attainable for most accounts, especially because we have a huge new player base due to the newcomer event. And what are they going to do? Yeah, their heroes are level 80, fully awakened, awesome, but they don't have equipment geared up. They don't have, like, there's just no way that they can clear this. And you know, that's fine. You know what? If they can't clear it, okay, fine. If that's what your goal is, to alienate new players, then congratulations. You've certainly done it. But even as an older player, I've been playing for 9 months. It's not since day one, but still. This was difficult for a 9-month player because I don't have the right pieces. That, to me, isn't a challenge, and it kind of ruins the fun of the event. It's not about whether or not you have this great strategy you come up with, right? It's not about all these other characteristics. It's simply, do you have the right pieces? Did you draw on the right banners? And if you didn't, too bad, so sad, you don't get to clear. And if you do clear, you're not going to get a good score, which means you're not going to get a lot of rewards, which is only going to further increase the gap between you and the rest of the player base. How fun. But honestly, I'm done with this event. Let me know if you've had any success with it, what teams you're running. Feel free to have conversation in the comments below. But for me, yeah, no, I'm done. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
何かしら